Alright, today we are rocking the Heavy Bolter on the patch 8.0 public test server on a true solo Inferno with Heavy. Now they have added true solo as an actual option to the vanilla game. It's not really as hard as the modded options were, but still pretty fun. At least not on the termination mission that's kind of bugged at the moment. Now the Heavy Bolter is a pretty good gun. Fallen off a little bit compared to some of the other ones, especially for siege mode. Whip Warriors, like the hardest scenario for this class, or one of. Let's grab him. Having like 7 Whip Warriors right at the start, how fun. Alright, that's... That's nice. First you killed these guys.
Tyranid invasion thwarted.
Probably about to get an extremis spawn here. We'll see. It does feel like the spawns are a little low on the true solo they added to the public test server. But spawns for absolute in general are pretty bad in this game. Outside like the new boss spawns they added. Siege mode, however, that stuff's been pretty broken at the moment. Truly terrifying amount of enemies. Alright. That's over there. Okay, I can grab this guy. We're probably need a boss spawn up here potentially. Though Neurothropes kind of get dumpstered by us on this build. I say now. We'll see what actually happens. Because they do send quite a few extremists with them now. Alright, armor boost. It's kind of useful. Not really at all, though, to be honest. Alright, no boss. You can get 2 Terminus spawns now on Absolute, though sometimes only give you 1. It does seem like it's guaranteed now, though, to have at least 1, which is good. Because previously it was, you could occasionally get like 1 boss spawn the whole match. Or 0, I should say.
Specialized bioform neutralized. Version operation.
Any crate down here? No.
Enhanced tactic ready.
This should be an ammo here. Or armor. Alright. Well, I don't have a ton of ammo, so if I run out, I'm just gonna run down to the potential spawn.
Kill confirmed.
The lower ammo you are, or I should say the lower ammo you have for your whole team, the more likely you are to find a ammo box up there. Right, so I should be low enough.
Carnifex class Tyranid encounter.
Oh shit. Let's move over here. There we go, see? Ammo. Simple as that.
Ammunition. Iron
And a melt a
ready.
bomb.
Thermal explosive ready.
And this goes actually quite good for boss damage. Carnifex in general is pretty bad at dealing with like range spam. That's a lot of bramble though.
Magazines.
Look at all these warriors, jeez.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Iron Haver online.
Alright, now I gotta clear out all these guys. Thank god it's sending me mostly like range spam. Now we do have the extra durability perk for our Iron Halo, so
Deployed on enemy
should make it pretty easy.
high priority Tyranid.
Clear out these guys or not, because that will take it off immediately. Look at this mess.
Specialized bioform neutralized. Target Xenos
They were. I think that was the highest amount of Majora's ranged enemies I've seen in Absolute at one time, at least in solo. That's right. Should be. Look at all the bodies. What a mess.
elite level Xenos. Pacified.
Right, no relic there.
Ammunition restocked.
Only one more potential boss spawns. That's
Tactic
good.
ready.
And we have our Melta Bomb back.
Advantage inside the Imperial encampment. Captain,
Okay.
I hear no signs of battle. No life signs detected.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source
Oh.
one from any soldier you
Fun.
see, alive or otherwise.
Successfully requested aid. Tyranid Luton style loads.
Alright, this will be a little dangerous. We'll see.
Placing Melta Bomb. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand. Limiting target before it summons reinforcements. Enemy reserve forces detected. Combat extended.
Care a lot more about killing these guys first than the Horde over there. Because Synapse first will handle my Norse pretty easily.
Removed from combat. If I am the
There we
first to
go.
find these codes, you should expect a reprimand. Halo online. High priority Tyranid eliminated. Slow and our search was successful, Captain.
After you play Siege mode enough, the spawns will definitely feel lower in Absolute,
Preparations.
solo or with groups. I hope they don't nerf the spawns for Siege mode, I will say that. I want them to keep them pretty high, 'cause like that's the fun of it. But I am curious to see what like their timer solution was,
Iron Halo ready.
because they did say they found a solution for it. I just don't know what that is yet. God.
Xenos infestation advancing.
Alright, Medicate Stem, that's pretty useful. Armor boost. Don't mind if I do. Let's go over here and just... I'll just head over to the Promethium field. It's probably an easier way to fight this. They're already spawning. I guess we'll just fight it here.
Execute Iron Halo tactics. Iron Halo online.
Let's kill this guy.
Destroy spore mines. Specialized bioform neutralized. High priority Tyranid eliminated. Xenos eradication complete. Elite level Xenos. Passive up.
Oh boy.
Tactic ready.
Okay, well. That's all we fought out here. So we just grab this ammo crate after. Because if we were in like the fields out there, we'd be totally out now. Oh.
Meltable prepared. Xenos displaying evasive behavior. Elite attack Tyranid found. Zone for contact.
Alright, I'm just gonna go out.
Tactics. New path ahead. Route clear. Nothing will escape this crew once it catches fire. For enemy backup. Xenos countermeasures successful.
There we go.
Online.
Alright, since we had all those spawns back there, this should be a little easier up here.
Conversion field operational.
Because the Promethium fields can get pretty pretty hectic at times. You get like a horde spawn up here. Okay. It's a little bit of like a barren ammo desert. It's
Calling up fresh reserves. Issuing new orders. Purge alien bioforms. Meltable position. Iron payload ready.
we're a little low on ammo, so for this guy if I can.
Xenos countermeasures successful.
I'll just go up here before I run out of ammo. 'Cause if I get like an extremist spawn, especially like a zone throw or something, pretty low.
There
we go.
On location.
Now this part up here can kind of suck as heavy because you can get like trapped pretty easily out of stopping the generator minion dudes. And if these like generators ever get a failed defense, it's an auto fail.
This
Unfortunately.
facility was not built with defense in mind.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Promethium well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you.
Fly over.
Victor marked our presence. Heavy melter bomb. Bioform confirmed. Specialized bioform neutralized. Intercepting projectiles.
Oh, he hops pretty high.
Enhanced tactic ready. Engaging elite countermeasures.
Let's just go. Oh, there we go.
Confirmation. Bioform eliminated.
Plasma is pretty damn good against the biovores for sure. Alright, let's get this started.
The charge has been armed.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Iron Haven ready. Swarm spotted. Headed toward generator 4.
Warning X-axis aligned. By the Omnissiah's will.
What the auto
Two
clear?
axes remain.
Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0
Defend that generator.
meters.
I will
Blessed
cover
be
you.
the Omnissiah's divine precision.
You'd need Oak suppress the enemy cave to generator 1.
Over here. Got this.
Sanctioned mechanical adjustments.
Having purely minority spawns here kind of sucks, I'll say that.
Follow only the divine protocol.
Gotta roll on over.
Defend that generator. I will cover you.
Oh, it's a garden relic here, I'll take that.
Utilize artifact in dire circumstances.
Demolition deployment sequence concluded. Now errors logged under the Omnissiah's watchful oculus.
Ready to intercept the Tyranid advance, Captain.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Promethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
I still feel like the spawns are just crap on the no bots mode they added to the PTS. Because the extremists here, I mean, sometimes you can get really low extremist spawns in this game, but I feel like they are consistently low to play this mode. Though I will say, true solo boss spawns are definitely a lot harder, even in the PTS.
Synthetic bombardment detected. Observe ground movement. Thermal explosive. Ready. Shut off its whole parade. Now. The target has secured reinforcements. Source of tremors is still. Ammunition restocked.
It's sad I can't even see through all the bramble.
High priority Tyranid eliminated.
There we go. So we have like 2, or I should say 3 potential boss spawns up here. I should have dropped my melted bomb for that, but shock grenades aren't bad. I have seen the boss spawn at like the final defense here quite a bit. I'm gonna check this box over here. Smart boost, okay. I mean, next boss should be a Neurothrope, if we do get one. I've never seen like a double... Oh, take it back. I was about to say, I've never seen a double Carnifex until now.
Execute Iron Halo tactics. Those were fast Tyranid. Use caution.
It's,
Shock grenade deployed.
alright, we should move over here. Wow, that one just teleported on me? Interesting. Oh, the replay of that. So that felt... My mind registered something wacky happening. That's interesting.
Intercepting projectiles.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too worried because we have a Guardian Relic, so if we go down here. Okay.
Contaminant causing bodily distress. Local reported dead. Iron Halo online.
Oh, wow, that's not what I was expecting. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, he does this. Oh, that was my mistake. Oh. A little close, a little close, a little close, you know. Such all this fucking ramble around, but whatever. W's a W. Now the teleporting Ravener, that was interesting. But you know, it all works out in the end. Sometimes the Carnifex can be a little buggy when he's like in a really tight corridor like that with his charge, but overall I think their AI is pretty alright these days. Now you have to fight 3 of them. That's a little irritating. At least now I know I won't have to deal with a boss spawn the finale. Okay, let's go to this elevator. We might get a Horde up here. I kind of doubt it though, with that boss spawn over there. But
the swarm will be broken.
I will hold you to that.
all right, that's blast. A heavy bolter, still a good gun. Still one of the best, for sure. Really, the heavy class in general just slaps. Oh, it's one of the hardest spawns for this guy. Alright, that should be a lot easier. Yeah, you really have to try to get your parries. Like, triple lictor versus heavy with a balanced window is pretty rough, because you only have like a get out of jail free card against these guys, especially not with the heavy bolter. So your best bet is just to get rid of one of them as fast as possible, because 2 lictors is significantly easier than 3. It's a mean spawn. Okay, it was a little off on that one, but
Specialized bioform neutralized. Enemy call for assistance.
obvious stim maybe. Yeah, there we go.
This position is defensible.
We're low enough to get that RNG. Let's go over here. Go on down.
We are committed to this course.
I was gonna keep my shock grenades for this.
Captain. But we are prepared.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
The swarm is upon us.
Now, for those of you who are curious about triple lictors, when you're playing versus like triple lictors, probably the hardest solo triple spawn to deal with besides Raveners, because they will just hound you. But the best way to deal with them is you gotta time your parries on them, and when you get like a group parry, even if one of them is doing an unblockable, it will knock them all back. Same thing with gun strikes. So you really just have to kind of like bounce them around. And it does be harder for some classes. This is why like DPS nuking them is really, really good. Like tactical and stuff. And the assault is actually really good against them because you can ground pound. Or just jetpack dash out. the final portion of this mission is usually just like stat
Must
farming.
defend another front.
Alright, what's it gonna be?
Concussive ordnance released.
Zone throws pretty easy for us. Let's get rid of these guys.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Enhanced tactics ready. New enemies have entered my firing range.
This one.
Let the Tyranids into close combat range. Enemies closing in.
The swarm has almost.
Alright, that's the most satisfying portion of the heavy bolter for sure.
Ready for my mark.
Let's,
Iron Halo online. Submarine launched. Iron Halo ready. Refilling magazine.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Alright. I'm curious how many enemies that was. I feel like we probably killed like maybe 800 at the end. Because this last portion is really easy to like inflate weapon stats on. So like naturally I'm going to put that in the thumbnail. Or the title.
Straight here.
I mean, 40,000 damage is 40,000 damage. Am I right, guys?
Send and fall.
That's
Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
Alright, there we go.
Extraction complete.
And that's that. That's a wrap. Alright, let's see. 1,200 enemies and like 70,000 range damage. Or almost 70,000 range damage. Pretty high. Okay, maybe the spawns aren't as bad as I thought. Maybe it's just on Termination that they're poor. Because I know Termination's like finale is not spawning any on the PTS. Anyways, that is all for that run. Heavy Bolter, actually pretty damn good. Give it a try if you haven't already.